Hi Pisces, welcome to your January 2021 reading. So I'm kind of out of breath. I was just like working out, but I thought I would sit down to do a tarot reading while I have energy and I'm motivated. So give me a little bit of time. Okay. I was sick too. I had COVID, so it's kind of sometimes difficult to catch my breath. Okay, but I'm fine otherwise. So I'm just going to read, no context, and see what comes up. I don't know if it'll be love, money, spirituality. I'll try to keep it centered more on you, but if there's somebody else that shows up pretty strongly in the reading, I'll pull some cards for them too. So I don't know, let's just freestyle it and see what comes up. So permission to ask the Oracle, Pisces, please. Okay. So, there might have been some drama in the past, big drama, but I feel like the effects of that are starting to fade out a bit. And your ties to people in the past might be fading out a little bit, people you previously maybe had to be stuck with for whatever reason. Like, say, this is just an example, it doesn't have to be the exact case, but say you were in a custody battle, with somebody, and you were really like forced to be in each other's lives and stuff. It maybe feels like that's the ties, that the things that tied you together are starting to fade out a bit, and you're starting to maybe move on with your own life a little bit. Even if you still have them in your life, it's not so convoluted and so entangled with each other anymore. So I think the past dramas and the past, a lot of past people probably fading out. Let's see what else we got. Yeah, okay, so you could be walking away from situations that you thought were going to be in your future. For instance, it could be a relationship or even family or friends or just people or something that you thought was going to be forever. And when you looked into your future, that's what you saw. But I feel like you're having to leave it behind and walk away from it. Not without nostalgia, right? I think that you know that better things are ahead. So you walk away not without a bit of sadness and nostalgia, but it has its place. You had a lot of emotions there, and you were really in it. It meant a lot to you, but I think that better things are ahead. Like, see how has a little past in her burning bowl here. And then she's walking towards the sunrise there. You don't know exactly what's ahead, but you know that the past needs to be left behind, because something that was once beautiful might have turned dark. So it's time to let go of those dreams that you had for the future and look for something else. So it's pretty heavy. Let's see what else we got for Pisces. What's going on with them now? You might be feeling really connected to your spiritual center. I think you might have been feeling a little bit lost spiritually, and you want to connect again, because Pisces is really ethereal. Pisces lives in the ether. It's really easily connected to the higher consciousness, and that's just a natural state for Pisces to be in. And I think something might have sort of knocked you out of that, and you sort of lost your way and your North Star a bit. And I think you really want to connect again to whatever spirituality suits you, your own personal one. Thank goodness. I think a bit of your joy might have been stripped from life. The carefree joy that you had might have just sort of faded out and been taken away by whatever happened over here. And I think you really just want to connect to that again. But I think instead of looking for happiness so much on the outside, you want to find it within, right? Within your spiritual center or within your own self. So I think that was lost a bit, and you lost your way, but you want to come back to that now. Or you are starting to. So you might be struggling with a little bit of depression. kind of like sometimes you feel like you're sinking into a black hole, you know, like you just, sometimes the darkness kind of descends on you despite your best efforts to remain balanced and happy. And I think you are trying to manifest your desires and regain balance and get that sense of yourself back and your spirituality back on track. And also you might be trying to moderate a little bit more if you've been drinking too much or eating too much or indulging in drugs or in a codependent relationship. You're trying to get that balance back. But sometimes, you know, the darkness can kind of overtake you again. But that's okay, right? That's just, you just have to feel it. It's not wrong, it's not bad, and you're not doing anything wrong. It's just a process. Let me clarify the Magician. Yeah, okay, so you might have had so many big endings, even a death of yourself in a lot of ways, you know, like the old you has died, you've walked away, your old life has died. And you might be just wanting to sort of keep to yourself, and you sort of might be manifesting things on your own and not even really telling anyone what you're up to, not telling anyone your plans, and just sort of keeping to yourself and sort of deciding what kind of magic you want to create in your own life without sharing it with everybody else. I think you don't even want to listen to like naysayers anymore either. So you just kind of keep things to yourself, and you're like, you know what, I'm going to do what I'm going to do, and I know what's best for me, and I don't need to tell everybody about it because I don't need people arguing with me about it or thinking they know better or sniggering at it, you know, just like, you just don't need it, that kind of negative energy around you. So I think you've kind of learned to just sort of keep things to yourself a bit more now and just kind of work on it on your own. What else do we got for Pisces? Yeah, again, so I think your spirituality is a big focus for you right now. I think you might be just feeling like you really want to withdraw and connect and find your own way and just kind of change your perspective on how you see things as well. I think you might be seeing the world and your life and yourself in a completely different way than you used to. It could be like this. It could be like you haven't gone anywhere. You're still living in the same place, have the same job, have the same sort of life, but everything is different. Like you see everything through new eyes, if that makes sense. Like feels like maybe you've gone on a huge journey, but physically you haven't gone anywhere, if that makes any sense. Just want to clarify this, please. Yeah, so I think you just are feeling like you want to expand and grow, and knowledge might be something that is really that you're interested. You just want to learn and you want to grow your knowledge and philosophies and ideas, and you're just really, I think, you're just taking a lot of effort into what interests you now, and a lot of that might be books or history or philosophy or politics or even just like fiction. I think you just really are interested in growing like a wealth of knowledge, like even a lot of esoteric knowledge, whatever it is that you're interested in learning about, though. I think you just, or you could be learning about some new things, some new spiritual path or different philosophies of life that is kind of changing your perspective on everything as well. So that's really nice. Okay, so let's get some advice for Pisces and what's coming up ahead. Actually, I want to ask what's coming up ahead. What's coming up ahead for Pisces? Yeah, again. Okay, so this is just a quick message, not for everybody, but if you think somebody's lying and sneaking, they are. Just follow your intuition about people, okay? So like, you might be getting messages like downloads or messages from your spirit guides or ancestors or your higher self, and to trust those messages. If something seems dodgy, it probably is dodgy, right? So yeah, trust your gut. That's just a message there. Yeah, so there might be some kind of heartbreak that, again, just kind of is making you withdrawn, and you don't want to show all your cards. I think you just want to keep to yourself a little bit and maybe work on your material life and then how to save some money and just kind of maybe a retreat from society for a little bit. You might be going through some dark thoughts or some depression again. You might be having nightmares, or for some of you, you could even be feeling like there's just like kind of a dark energy around you. Sorry, this is so taking a dark turn. Yeah, I think you might be having a hard time trusting your intuition right now, because some things that you might be feeling, you're just thinking, no, that's crazy, or that's not real, or I'm just being paranoid, or my past is kind of fucking with me and making me a little bit more paranoid. Hold on. Clarify these, please. Yeah, I think be careful if you feel like somebody is manipulating you or offering you something that's too good to be true, because I'm thinking that it is. So be careful of being manipulated. If you have a feeling that someone that you know might be a narcissist, it doesn't even have to be with a love interest or whatever. It could be a family or a coworker or friends, or even just like someone online on social media. If you have a sketch feeling about them, the cards are saying that you're probably pretty right. Even be careful of business dealings, or new job offers, or people lending you money, or you lending people money, because what they may be saying is not all that glitters is gold. You know, it might be too good to be true. So just keep your eyes open with that and trust your gut, even if you think that you might not be, even if you think you might be imagining things. All right? Okay. What else do we got for Pisces here before I sign off? Okay. Let me clarify that. Yeah, okay. So that it's kind of like that situation that I was mentioning before that might seem too good to be true, or some kind of financial situation that might be too good to be true, or at work or something. Nothing is going to come of the situation. It is too good to be true, okay? So use your logic in your head. Draw boundaries as well. Like, don't get sucked in or guilt tripped, or, you know, if you feel like someone's pressuring you, or, you know, saying things to you that, if they're using like too much logic and it makes perfectly logical sense, but it feels wrong, be wary of that too, okay? And make sure that you protect yourself and you draw a hard line in the sand. You'll know what I'm talking about, so don't get paranoid and like start looking for it. This is for the Pisces that will know exactly what I'm talking about, okay? Time to give rather than take. What's this? Okay, so in the past, I think that you might be giving too much, okay? So this is telling you to change your perspective about giving, because, and it might have blown up in your face. Like, I think you want to help, and Pisces is so nurturing and understanding. You might want to help, you might want to give, and it makes you feel good to give, and that might have blown up in your face in the past. Like, you got taken advantage of, or lied to, or abused because of this. You don't have to give all of the time. If you change your perspective, like, we have to be open to receiving as well. You know, because if we're always giving and not taking, and receiving and accepting gifts and compliments and whatnot, we're resisting that energy of flow. So be open to taking as well as giving, right? So don't think you always have to give or you always have to take. You have to be open to both. So if someone tries to offer you something, be willing to take the help, you know? Let the universe give you things too. We don't always just have to give. I hope that helps. Okay, Pisces, I'll catch you next month. Bye.